Predator presents day 3 here in St. Johann, Ponga, Austria, with the Predator mixed doubles, the Billiards Beckman Men's Open, and the Billiards Carrinho Women's Open. And here we are with the ladies. Poland versus Japan, Katarzyna Wesołowska and Yuki Hiraguchi. This is George Teachea bringing you the live action, joined by Eric Horlifson, our Canadian pro player. Hello, Eric.
Hey, pleasure to be with you. Close matchup here. I think some of you may remember Wesołowska from the World Team Championships finals. She's actually coming in as a bit of a Fargo underdog here. About 50 points, I think, George?
Pretty close. It's 712 to 654. And there's the young lady from Poland right on your screen. Your referee for this match is Gintaras Petrovas from Lithuania, one of the top referees from the EPBF. Very personable and kind of funny guy, actually. But this is a good matchup right here. Yuki Hiraguchi is always, she's a top player out of Japan with a 712. She won her first match from Nina Torvond 2-1, and then lost to Cho Che-yu, to Rita Cho, whereas Katarzyna lost her first match to Hong Xin-yu 2-1. Neither one has been in a shootout. And then the 28-year-old young lady from Japan to break.
Cut break, got a ball down. Look at the one.
2 out of 3 races to 4 in the 10-ball format. If tied, they go to the final set. And if that one's tied at 3, it goes to a shootout. No early 10s. Winner breaks. They'll alternate the break for the sets.
See if the 3 passes the 6 here to the bottom left. And if it does, a lot of traffic in that area. Nicely played. Had a bit of angle on that one. Caught the pocket nice and thick. She is looking up at the offense here. Cue ball's definitely running into the 6 or the 7. Yeah, good camera angle there. It is available.
Oh. Those camera angles can give us a advance notice as to whether the ball's going in or not. As you can see there, it caught the point, stayed out. These 4 1/4 inch pockets on these Predator arc tables aren't very forgiving. Little jump shot. I'm surprised she's not just twisting it a little bit.
Ball down in the not intended pocket, so Hiraguchi will have the option here. She'll definitely be taking it.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Eric, Wesołowska was in the World Team Championships with Daniel Maciol and Wojciech Szewczak, and they were in the finals versus a fine, strong Filipino team. And that's one thing that we're liking here this week in Austria is we don't have any of the Filipinos here.
Yeah, some of them are over at the Legends Tour. Go ahead, George, sorry.
No, I was just going to say that with the exception of Robbie Capito, but he's really playing for Hong Kong, not Philippines. But Missing part of that strong contingent that comes over from the Philippines. I guess they decided to give the rest of the world a chance.
Yeah, always front runners if they have a strong contingent in the tournament. Yeah, Wesołowska really gained a lot of experience in Vegas this year and obviously played well to help Poland get all the way to the final of the World Team Championships. She faltered slightly in the final, but was expected. Under huge pressure. For anybody that likes to see previous matches, you can go back and just search Poland versus Philippines World Team Championships. It's one of the best matches we've ever done. I think it was you and I, George, doing that one.
It sure was. It was quite the pleasure to commentate that match. It had so much excitement, some very, very fine play from both teams. Class. Carlo Beato, was that Chess? It was Cheska and
Jeffrey Rhoda was the third member on that team.
I wasn't sure. It was on the tip of it. I just wasn't sure, so I didn't spit it out.
Really miss Hiraguchi.
That'll get the nerves rolling for Hiraguchi.
I would say that Yuki is one of the most underrated players on the women's tour. She's made it to the quarterfinals a couple times. But anytime I've done one of her matches, she's played well.
Yeah, she has a lot of top 16 finishes. She was in the quarterfinals in 2024 for the Predator Las Vegas Open. So yeah, she holds her own. Wesołowska is in a lot of the final 16s. She gets up there, but not quite breaking into those top finishes yet, with the exception of the World Team Championship. But this is a bit of a tester right here. She's got to pocket the ball. Will she go slow or up and down?
Shot, distance 10 in rack number 1 now.
And down goes that 10 ball for the opening game. And the lady that did not break wins the first game. Both ladies are in the Predator Mixed Doubles, which we have here this week on offer for you viewers. And what a start and tournament this has been and turning out to be. Katarzyna is playing with Mateusz Negoki, and Yuki Hiraguchi is playing with Wojciech Szewczak. Both playing with Polish players for these mixed doubles. In fact, I believe it was Hiraguchi that was in the quarterfinals this year in St. Louis. She was playing with Wojciech there, so this will be their second tournament together. And Quintadas has racked the Predator Arco balls on this Predator Arc table, and Wesołowska to break, game number 2.
Gonna go from the same side as Yuki. Hits them well with good power.
From the side, I'm surprised.
Nothing down this time. 2 balls not going to have many options. Possibly the bottom left. See if she's able to get the cue ball over to the right side of the table. 10's blocking the bottom left as well. So tough position here on the first shot. She can come underneath at George and play the 2 in the same pocket, but that's about it.
Yeah, that line comes straight between the 9 and the 2. She'd have to come through there. Possibly go into the 7 and get the 2 for the side pocket. She's coming on that line. And she's going to go all the way up, just as you mentioned.
Yeah, nicely played. Good angle to possibly have a shot on the 3 here.
See if she stays with it. Oh, left it out. Got a nice position for the 3, but lost the line on the 2 ball.
Yeah, just slightly off there. You can see from the replay here, not missed by much.
Trying to get behind the 695. And she has. Oh, look at all this.
Better.
Bonus up against the 10.
No way to kick at this. 2 rails out of the corner, I guess, but tough one here.
Yeah, this is really tough. She's hindered by the 10 ball. She has to stretch for the shot a little bit. But the line's there. Just has to hit it good to the outside of the pocket. And came in too tight on the 2 rail kick.
Tied up the 3-5, and in a way that it's not available for a combo. 8 balls blocking the most obvious path to break out the 3-5. So a bit of work here for Wesołowska. Might just have to play safe on the 3.
There is the 3 foul rule in effect, so having one, she might consider an option similar to that. But from here, it's tough to get a good safety on with that 3.
Yeah, not a standard safe, but she can try to come 1 rail. Play the cue ball near the 7. It's called the 3 cross side, but that's more of a just in case call.
Oh, and she was close again behind the 10.
Shot. First jump of the match coming now for Hiraguchi.
You know, Hiraguchi looks like a teenager up there and always has, but the young lady's 28 years of age, and her opponent is 37. They both look so young.
Well, Katarzyna definitely looks younger than her age.
Sure. Maybe I got that wrong. I don't think so, but...
Second time a ball's not gone into the intended pocket. And a chance for Wesołowska to take a lead now in the first set. She can play onto the 6 in the left middle. Going to be hoping to get on an angle where the cue ball's not running into the 9, playing towards the 7 off the 6. She can pass the 9 now. Gonna be tough to get any kind of movement to the left. Again, with that risk of running into the 9, but she might be able to play the hole between the 8-9 and take more cut angle on the 7. Oh, did run into it, but still got good movement towards the 7. So more comfortable here now.
It's got to be sure to get up past the 9 for the 8 in the same pocket. She's going to get behind the 9. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Speed's just off on that one, and a pretty big mistake here in the first set. Difference between 2-0 or 1-all possibly.
Yeah, it's funny. I think she was trying to run into the 9. And there was no reason for it. There's so much room past it.
Still has a chance to get safe here. Very outside chance of kicking it in. Not going to work out, though, so a chance for Hiraguchi to get back on level terms.
Oh, this is going to be close to that corner. A little bit of a tester here, Eric, don't you think?
Yeah, anytime you got 8 feet between the cue ball and the object ball, unless the object ball's hanging, consider it missable.
She's also shooting out of the mouth of the corner pocket there, so.
Well, a little fly in the pocket there. I don't know if you saw that, George, but Yuki did. So wisely got up and reset.
Sword fighting the fly, huh? Oh, a nice shot. Stayed with that stroke very, very well. Stayed down on the ball. And it will get her first game, and they'll be tied at 1. And once she drops this 10 ball, and she does, of course. Got some interesting games going on here at the same time. You have an Italian player versus Linnea Halmastrom, who just lost to Cristina Tkach in a very contested match. Almost went to a shootout. But it won't be until tomorrow. Go ahead. Yeah, we got some big names here, but we won't be till tomorrow so we see most of those big names play in the winter qualification. One of the players the U.S. is very interested in, of course, is our 16-year-old Savannah Easton, who is in the winter's qualification. She will be facing Chihiro Kawahara. And but all the big name women are there. Game number 3 for Yuki.
Going with the cut break again. That's going to jam the rack up a lot. This one separated a little better. Nothing down this time, and a straight in look on the 1 for Katarzyna. I've seen Jasmine Ocean try that same break, kind of cutting the cue ball to the diamond closer to the corner pocket. I don't mind it. I think it gives a decent chance for the 1 to go in. But I don't know if you remember how the ball spread in rack number 1. That's the kind of detractor from that one. breaking from the side rail into a 10-ball rack. Not going to get a big spread a lot of the time.
Was it yesterday that you and I did Jasmine's game? Jasmine and Albin. And Jasmine broke and made the one to the side pocket, the very opening rack. And I think that was you and I.
Yeah, we did a couple matches together, but not on day one.
Yeah, it was. The match stand out, I guess.
Probably look to minimize the cue ball movement towards the 6. Just play the area between the 7 and 8. There is room all the way below it if she ends up with an angle where she feels she can get there easily.
Just kind of get on the same line she's on now, right, Eric?
Yeah, both shots are there. It's really preference. My preference would be to move the cue ball less, just in case. But that'll be more cue ball movement towards the 7. But with where the 7 is, I don't mind just cinching the position here. Did go all the way back, though, and look out for the 9. Just past it.
Oh, nice shot. Very nice.
So looking for the first full table run of the match here. I like Wesołowska's game. I feel like she attacks the balls aggressively. Can't quite pick out where she could improve. I think just a little bit in all areas, but definitely not overly weak in any area.
Speaking of improvement, as you mentioned, her experience with Maciel and Shevchuk in the world team should have been a breakthrough moment for her, so that's been pretty recent. We may see the improvements pay dividends this year as she takes a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and I think part of it is that she's only been playing international level tournaments for 2 or 3 years, so comfort level might just not quite be there compared to some players that have been there for 3 times as long.
Yeah, and a good example of that was that position shot on the 6 ball, coming up above those balls, the confidence to hit that and hit it perfect.
Yep.
And here we go with game 4. It'll be Katarzyna's 3rd break.
Switching sides.
She had the 1 ball in the right line there for the side pocket. Just got kissed out. Has either player made a ball in the break yet? I don't believe they have.
I think the very first one here, Hiraguchi made one, but yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle on the break so far. Long jump here for Wesołowska. She might take it. Not much position on offer, but really just trying to gamble at a chance at a look at the 2 here. Bunch of balls in the middle of the table in this rack, George. It usually lends to a lot of safe play and a lot of easier safe play.
Yeah, when the middle is jumbled, it can get tough. But with breaking from the sides, usually they end up on the same side as you break from, and that was not the case here.
Hiraguchi looking for the offense, and she's got the 1 down, but nothing on the 2.
Nice camera.
Yeah. Looks like she has the right side of it this time. Not enough to cut it in. Swerve at it. This pesky fly. Did you see it again, George? She has to fight it. It's right near where she's bridging. It's odd.
We're going to see Hintadas out there with the fly swatter. Whack. I wonder if they keep one on hand just in case.
Well, I've seen bees in the arena before in professional snooker events. Wesołowska looking for a thin one off the left side here. Oh, too thick. She's in the pocket.
Yeah, that was an awful thin. Trying to cut a ball that thin from that distance, she was 9 feet away. Close to 9 feet away.
Sure. Makes
it tough. We had that happen previously in this tournament, actually, but through the opposite side pocket. And I questioned that one. Did she get? She can get by. She's in good shape here. She has to come across for the 3.
Yeah, good spot from Hiraguchi there, recognizing that combo was pretty much unmissable. 2 played out nice. She's perfect on the 3. So neck and neck here.
Yeah, this rack doesn't look like it has any problems.
Doesn't want to be over top of the 7. She is queuing around it a bit. Going to be tough to hold this one on the left side of the table. It is possible, but she might look for other options here. Nicely played.
Delicate there, and make sure she doesn't get behind the 7.
Yeah, those are underrated shots that pro players play really well. Just hitting the ball at enough speed to still draw it, but minimizing the cue ball movement. Hiraguchi playing with good pace now.
And this layup on the 10 ball to tie things up. And Hiraguchi to break game number 5. Tied at 2. Our sponsors for this tournament are Little Monster, Box Billiards, Kamui, Yalin, Ven Billiards, Simonis Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Billiard Beckman, Billiards Carrinho, and the WPA. Both Beckman and Carrinho are the titled sponsors for the Men's Open and this Women's Open. Keep in mind, we have 5 more events coming up for the Pro Billiard Series, for the Predator Pro Billiard Series. Rome, Italy, Vietnam, Bali, back to the U.S. in San Antonio, and then Jacksonville, Florida. Some stats from the pool stat guy. With everything being tied up and score, the stats run pretty even. And stand out to you, Eric?
Yeah, 4 missed shots from Hiraguchi, a little bit high for her standards. But making it up in the safe department. Square hit this time. More action on the rack, but nothing down again. Push coming from Wesołowska.
And still the majority of the balls on the bottom half of the table.
Yeah, 2 ball was in there if the 4 didn't get in the way. I think Wesołowska has to push down to this area, but I'd like to see her push in a way where she was only leaving a kick on the 1 and possibly a kick save. A lot of blockers to get behind on this one.
There sure is. She's left her opponent an easy return safety here. As you said, 7 balls she can get behind.
Not bad. Wesołowska's going to have the left long rail. Might have to draw at it to bend the cue ball back towards the 1. She'll know the feel of that play. Draw and check almost, George. It's going real long if she goes to the right of the 7.
Yeah, this is a tough hit. But that push out, gave it up. Made it easy for Hiraguchi to play this safety. She's going to jump at it.
Yeah, jump kick. Lost the line.
The way the balls are laying, Eric, I would be tempted to go for the 3 foul here. She's got a lock up on this 1 right behind the 3, and then she's going to send the 1 ball beneath most of the balls there and could have a lock up for the 3rd foul.
That was my first intuition too. And she's going to have to go up and down twice here. If she does get through the first 3 balls, she's a favorite. And there was always the option that if she got out of position on the 2 or the 3 that she could have played safe, but I hear you there. It would have been a guaranteed second foul and a tough one.
But then again, there's nothing more precious than time at the table. And a good full table run really puts you in position to perform better in the match.
Yeah, especially playing rotation. There's so many ways to get safe if you're not able to get ball in hand. Nicely played. She's through the first 3 now. 6 ball's going to be the next tough play. Hiraguchi will want it to pass the 8, and she's having a look at that now.
Well, she's got to get on the bottom side of this 6 ball. Nicely done. She's solved that riddle.
Yeah, I've always liked how Hiraguchi plays. Times the ball well. Not afraid to take some offensive chances from time to time. I mean, there's no reason we can't see her right near the very end of major tournaments. Maybe just a little weak on the break. But the break and run not as big of a factor on this Pro Billiards series with the hand rack format. Just nice to actually have that weapon though, and I'm not saying she doesn't, but just not as much as maybe players like Soa and Ocean to catch.
Leaving out one of my favorites there with Cho, Rita Cho.
Yeah.
And of course, a couple of the Chinese players, Han Yu, they all seem to break so well.
Yes, textbook stuff here. Got a little straight on the 9. Should be able to develop something back towards the 10. Just dead on point with the cue ball, George.
That was nice. All the way to get on this 10 ball straight in and take the lead going into the second half of the 4-game race. And she's on the hill at 3-2 and breaking. Interesting little stat there on the balls pocketed. Hiraguchi has won 3 games and has 30 balls pocketed. They are playing 10 ball. So you would stand a reason to say, well, she ran 10 balls each game, but no, that wasn't the case. But it's interesting how that number came up. And with 2 wins, Wesołowska with 18 balls pocketed.
She's sticking with the same place to break from. Just cut them twice and hit them square once. Back to the square break. Almost got the ball down.
She's been close on that one ball. And you can see her really getting into the break there. She's coming into it, but she's, I don't want to say she's just so tiny, but they still generate a lot of power with that stroke.
Well, it is a factor. If you're smaller, it's tough to generate huge power, and I think the power break has been the most successful break on this Pro Billiards series. But she can find ways to kind of hit it finessefully and different strategies.
Something to work on, as you mentioned.
Miss from Wesołowska. First chance to win the set for Hiraguchi here.
Will we see another 10-ball clearance? No. She just got behind a 7.
Yeah, 7 was always going to play big on that one. Let's see if she's able to jump at it. Be awkward body position.
I'd like to see her make this.
What a
nice,
shot.
Nice, but she couldn't hold it for the 3. She doesn't have an offensive shot on this 3 ball.
Yeah, she'll be happy to be at the table still.
And she'll be behind the 8. Can she get behind the 8? Or will she choose to get behind the 2 balls on the left side of the table?
Yeah, the thing with going behind the 8, she has to draw it, and it's a little bit tough to control the speed and exact position. Any time you're drawing a save.
Oh, there's the 10 ball. I thought she wasn't going to catch a rail. And the 10 ball just barely did.
Eight balls blocking the most obvious rail for the 1 rail kick. Wesołowska's going to try to come at this one 2 rails. Tough to get safe here. Should be looking for contact mainly. I like going 2 rails there. And a ball in hand chance for Hiraguchi to win the first set now.
Yeah, completely agree on the 2 rail kick there. Too small of a ball for the 1 rail kick.
Yeah, you can just control the bend of the cue ball much better when you're hitting a rail closer to where the ball you're kicking at is. Eight's going to have to be comboed into the 10. She'll likely try to leave the 8 over the bottom left. Just going to look at a good angle to get the cue ball properly over. The 8 isn't right in the pocket. Something near middle table will be fine for the combo on the 8.
Yeah, the good thing about that, Eric, is she's got the 7 close by to get on that perfect position for the 8. 8-10 combo, if she chooses that.
Pretty good angle here. Just a little on the straight side. But she does want to stay on that line she's looking on now, so it doesn't have to move the cue ball very far. Right where she wanted to be here. Can free the cue ball up one rail. I'm very surprised she's considering drawing this. I don't know why she would have looked over in that area. Yeah, no, it's a follow. She was just looking at the comboing angle.
And here we go with a 2-rail follow again. Doesn't want to catch the corner of the pocket, the point there. Yuki looking really good for her second total rack clearance.
Yeah, a couple missed balls early, but she recovered well. Made some tough runouts. And very on point with the cue ball.
Interesting there how she took her time on that last shot to win the first set, 4-2. I think she was talking in her head, basically saying something like, clear the mechanism. Get those nerves out of the way.
Yeah, great jump shot from Hiraguchi in this rack. Playing into a safe on the 3. And a run out from that point. Wesołowska is going to take a break here. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back with set number 2.
Don't go away. Kawahara, Cho Che-yu versus Shui Xing Shang, both from Taiwan. Cho being the juniors instructor there out of Taiwan, does a fine job. She's coming over with some great players. And then you have Maite Ropero versus Wei Tzu-Ching. Wei just off a big win here in the States. Christina Tekach and Han Yu. That's going to be one thriller of a match. And then you have Amber Chen and Kelly Fisher, So Soa and Wang Wanling, and Muyan Zhang and Pia Filler. They are in the winners' qualification. You'll also have the loser round 2 matches coming up tomorrow. So this will be the last match for the ladies, and off and running in set number 2. A ball on the break.
Yeah, first ball in about 4 breaks. She's on the 1. Open table. Toughest cue ball movement will be from the 5 to the 6. Middle of the table open though, to maneuver around.
I believe you mentioned, Eric, as a Fargo favorite, Wesołowska is the underdog here. Well, here's her chance to make a comeback in the second set. The first one got away from her, but with 2 full table runouts, Yuki took control.
Yeah, no real glaring errors from Wesołowska in the first set. A strong play from Hiraguchi, really, in the latter part. Not the best angle here. She'd like to force the cue ball around 3 rails, but she's pretty straight for that play. If she's okay to draw, she'll be fine. Yeah, she's a little straighter than I thought. She's ended up straight on the 6. And it's going to be nearly impossible to get any kind of good movement back towards the 7.
Will she settle for the long shot on the 7 right from where the 6 is? Not much she can do here.
No.
Oh, she didn't settle. What a fine shot.
A little tough to hold for the 8 in the bottom left. She can play underneath it up into the top left. I think that's the better play. A little touchy to hold here. She's okay on it on the side. We have 2 different versions of the arc tables being used on the Pro Billiards series. The ones with the gold backings and the ones with the black pocket backings. These ones that we have in Austria are a little looser than the tables with the gold backings. Tables with the gold are at 4 1/8. These are at 4 1/4. And especially in the side pockets are a little more open.
Yeah, side pockets on the gold pocketed tables are intimidating. They're so small.
And we've seen ball after ball missed over the course of the Pro Billiards series into those side pockets. But again, you have a look at it here. If you look at the right middle, it is a little more open.
And Katarzyna making a statement with that run.
Great shot from the 6 to the 7.
Especially that shot right there. I believe that was a break and run, wasn't it? Pocketing the 4 ball and taking it all the way.
It was. First one of the match.
Referee is Gintaras Petrovas from Lithuania. Looks like he's all business today.
Cut break this time
Four
from
ball.
Wesołowska. Yeah. Surprised she went for the cut there after a break and run, hitting it squarely in rack number 1.
You know, it kind of makes you think a little bit as to why would a player change from after having a very successful break and run? Do they just forget about it, or go back to maybe what they thought should be right instead of sticking with what just worked?
Yeah, I can't give an explanation there. You really want to see if you have a success. Oh, no rail here. But yeah, if you have a successful one, logic would say to stick with the same thing. It's possible she mishit it, but I don't think she would have mishit it by that much. Ball in hand, chance for Wesołowska.
Well, I will say the tighter. Whoa. I was going to say the tighter tables, as you were mentioning, the differences between the arc tables. But the tighter tables really, it has more to do with the position you play, in my opinion. You play better position, you go to an angle so you don't have to force the cue ball around.
For sure, and avoiding the side pockets on those 4 1/8 inch pockets was definitely something players had to kind of change their strategy with. But for example, here she'll be going in the side with the 2. Side's big enough.
The 3 ball close by, so position isn't a factor here. Just a matter of pocketing the ball. Little angle to go to the 4. Yeah, she's come out a different player than she was in the first set. Wesołowska has.
Yeah, strong start here, and she's able to get out to a 2-0 lead. Pressure will be on Hiraguchi for the rest of the set. Gonna have to soft draw this one at distance. One of those shots keeping the speed low enough while still getting some draw out of the ball. Cinched it in a little more. Nothing wrong with that. Didn't have to be perfect on the 5 here.
She's looking good through these first 2 racks. Very, very good. And as you mentioned, both players now seem to have come with the cue ball on point. Would take a glaring error not to get out here.
Wanted to be a little straighter on the 7. Might be forced to move to the short rail now. Ideally would like to be able to draw to the right of the 8, but I think she might have too much angle for that. Got down.
You see the time clock. Yeah. This is a little testy. Probably the hardest shot she's faced.
Yeah, way tougher than she wanted to be here, and she just had to kind of pull something off down to the end of her shot clock.
Ah, nicely hit. Nicely struck.
Good recovery.
And this 10 ball for a second 10 ball clearance. The first one was a break and run. This one was just a clearance, and very well done. And will she match Yuki's performance in the first set? Yes, she has. Both players now with 2 full table clearances. And making a match out of it in the second set is Katarzyna Wesołowska from Poland, keeping Yuki in her chair.
Both players likely in the 800 overall performance range now. Just having a look. Hiraguchi at 804. Wesołowska at 776. Both down at 25% break success. About even in most of the other categories.
This continues. We'll be in for one thrilling set to close this match out. But we still we're only halfway through the second set. Warm up the edge of your chair.
Yeah, both players playing well. No reason we can't go into a third set here. Hiraguchi's going to start her charge in the second set now. Going to have to power up here. Draw.
Can she get to the short side of the 3?
I think so. She hits the ball real smooth, George. I mean, she hit that with the minimum speed and still got good draw action out of the cue ball.
Yeah, that shot was a great example.
Yeah.
Exactly, Eric. That was nice catch there on watching that last shot and the smoothness of that stroke. Basically saying, I may have been in my chair, but I didn't leave my stroke at home.
Seven balls right in the way of where she wants to be on the 4. Gonna have to choose to play to either side of it. Looks like she's thinking about going past it. I like that play. Cue ball will be moving towards the 5 at least. It's going to have to come close to the 7 here. Nicely played. She can hold without going to the rail now. And Hiraguchi firing back. There's chance in the second set.
Ooh, she doesn't want to get on the rail.
Yeah, I'm going to be forced to be on the rail in the 7. She's going to look for an angle going to the left or the right off the 7.
Get the cue ball close to the side pocket, you think?
Yep. Oh, she got off the rail
nicely done. Wow.
There was hardly any angle there, George. Definitely had to cheat the rail side of the pocket to get in. I mean, she got absolutely the furthest off the rail she ever could there.
Yeah. Good that play. Was a beautiful shot. Nicely stroked. Very nicely stroked. Yeah, she came really smooth here for this rack. Started out with the opening shot and played a couple more after that, and here she is with 3 balls left to put 2 racks, to put a rack up and on her way in the second set. This rack looked really, really good from Hiraguchi, excuse me. Oh my. And just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, oh, she lost her footing.
Could argue that she overhit that one a little bit. Didn't necessarily have to be that close to the 10. But she was feeling in stroke there.
Yeah.
Speed got her a little bit on that one.
Yeah, she caught the pocket going in. The point on the left side. She looked so smooth through that whole rack.
Yeah, I mean that's rotation pool for you. Can make. Ooh, almost missed that one as well. Thick part of the pocket.
Oh my! Those types of racks will just really play with your head too. That's the sad part. That type of a miss, it's hard to just sit down and let it go. Look how nice she runs this through in this playback. And then that.
Just unexpected. There's a line from The Color of Money, George. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's something like you can make 8 perfect shots and miss the 9 ball and lose the game. That's the gist of it. It's a little more eloquent in the actual movie, but it's one of those situations, kind of.
Oh, yeah. And it's true. It'll drive you to drinking. Go through the whole rack and then just hang up the winner.
Yep.
For your opponent. That's just tough to... But she can make it back up right here.
Yeah, Hiraguchi's right back in. Yeah, stuck 3 games in the overall score line. Just got to take it 1 game at a time here. No pocket for the 2. Possibly the left middle. I think it is there. Gonna look to bring the cue ball back between the 5-6 here.
This 2 ball's a little on the tough side to get on. Where do you get on the 2?
Yeah, she was going for
Does
the
that
side
have
there.
room?
It could.
Is there a window between the... I think there might be a window between the... No, there isn't.
Yeah, only half pocket. Too tough to target from that far away.
Nice camera work there for us. Thank you.
She'd like to stick the cue ball behind the 5, but the 2's playing it in the 9-10. Maybe beside the 5, knowing she's going to run into, or kind of behind it on the other side of it, knowing that the 2 will run into something up table.
Yeah. It's easy to stop the cue ball, but it's hard to maneuver the 2 ball around the traffic.
Yeah. Oh, just stuck on offense. Didn't turn out.
I don't know that either one of us considered the combination.
I didn't for a second. It was off angle. I guess it was straight into it. Just off angle to the pocket. And I think she was looking safe to start with as well, but just was worried about how the 2 was going to end up.
Well, she didn't get the run out, so she still stuck those 3 games. And Wesołowska back to the table. Looking for a safety here, I think. I'm not sure she can do anything offensively.
Had a chance to leave it wide open there. She hasn't. But Hiraguchi can go behind the 10 now. Look, she's looking offense, George.
I don't blame her with the 3 ball over the pocket. Not worried about position, just a matter of make the deuce. Cue ball probably comes inside the 8 ball to go by the traffic, so it lays nice.
Yeah, and there's times when you're stuck in the score line that you have to favor offense. Kind of have to get something going. Gonna have to come to the short side of the 4 here.
Careful with the side pocket. Nicely done. It's going to overrun just a little.
Cue ball can miss the 5 and the 6 playing around 3 rails. Tough pocketing here. Still gonna stick on offense, calling the bank. I don't think it's a 2-way. I think she's going all in here. Maybe leave distance at worst. She's got it, George.
Yeah, except for that miss on that 9 ball. Tell you, she's looking really good here.
Doesn't look like the 5 has enough room past the 7, so she's going to go to the side. Tougher on cue ball movement, a little easier on the pocketing. Shot.
Oh, trouble.
Yeah, still not in perfect line here. She's going to keep going now. 6 to the top right. Just having a look at the left. I prefer the right, but it is a preference shot. Pocket's a little more open on the left. Just off.
And a miss by Yuki, but didn't leave much. But she's given up control of the table. Let's see what Wesołowska can do with this. She can close out the set and force that third and final set.
Yeah, I thought she might have left the crossbank at first. She still has. It's pretty thin. Oh, cut it straight in, and that's a great try. Just off by the slimmest of margins, and that would have been set number 2 for Wesołowska. Look at this shot, George. Cut it all the way up the rail. Great try.
Pretty shot. And Yuki's third opportunity to close out this game. And here we go. She does get back in it. We'll be breaking to close the gap. And now only down 1-3 instead of losing the set outright. Even on that playback, even on the playback, that was a good-looking shot, wasn't it, Eric?
Yeah, she
cutting the ball down the rail. Yeah.
Let's see, current world junior champion in action on table number 2.
Yeah, the table 2 was Nina Torvund and Hong Xinyu. Hong actually is on the one-loss side here, in the loser side, but she defeated Wesołowska earlier. But they're back to even, both fighting for the tournament life.
Yeah, just thinking back, she's not the current world junior champion. She's a former world junior champion, but a great player.
Yeah, I think she's 19 or 20 now. Almost at a 700 Fargo. 698, so pretty close. Can she see any part of this one ball? Maybe the left edge. Oh, maybe she can see it all. She's calling the bank, it looks like.
Yeah, another aggressive play here.
That safety looks so much easier. Just cut it thin and come around. Oh, she hit the 4 ball.
Yeah, forced herself into even fouling.
Yeah, a thin cut on that 1 ball is the safe that stood out to me. But they have the angle at the table. They see it a lot better than we do. Now here's this could be a quick game. She's done a good job. This ball is very hard to hit, especially up against the 3 ball.
Key there, too, was getting the 1 near the 6, and she's done that perfectly. So kind of a must hit here for Wesołowska. And as he said, tough one to get at. Nearly impossible, George. I mean, she can wrap it out of the top left corner, but it's not going to get tight enough back towards the 1.
She's got to come inside the 8 and the side pocket and catch that third rail, possibly the 4th, to hit the 1. Will she have enough speed if it hits the 4th rail is the question. Just like this. That's the only thing I saw, and it didn't open up. That was tough hit.
Yeah, that was a great effort there, but still got short of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had to come in tighter to the side pocket. And it was tough. And here we go. Another good safety here. Could get her right back in it. And she's up against the 6. Another tough one. Although this has 2 rails straight at it.
Yeah, both 1 rail escapes are taken away. So 2 rail judgment coming up here for Wesołowska. Game on the line.
Oh, the point helps.
Oh, I saw there was the cue ball way long on the 1, but yeah, she caught the point and it's a legal hit.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, she was way past it.
Tough
Big sigh of relief. Sure was. She did everything right, and the roll, as you might say, or a little bit of luck, didn't give her the game.
Looks like she can avoid the 3 coming across. Not perfect, but another safe coming from Hiraguchi here. Likely cue ball behind the 10.
Quite the tactician this game is this young lady from Japan.
Just left a 1 rail escape this time, but still in control of the rack.
Oh, close to kicking it in. But Hiraguchi back to the table with an open shot. And the table spread out pretty good.
Good control there. Hiraguchi's cue ball control has been very notable. Just gets perfect so often. Mark of a good player.
You know, you have to stop and think exactly what is holding her back from really getting to the top echelon of the women players.
Yeah, the only thing that stands out for me is the break, but
it's break.
But in this Pro Billiards Series format, I mean, nobody's break-in run percentage is really over 20%. So I don't think it's that big of a deterrent for her.
It might be shots like that 9 ball that she hung up. That just really stood out as a glaring error. Just really hurt in the first game. I'm sorry, and it was the third game of the set. Because Wesołowska started off with a break and run, then a table run for a 2-0 lead, and it was the third game. But I don't see her letting this one get away, that's for darn sure.
Yeah, good rack here. 4 good saves. Finally getting the advantage and taking full advantage.
And that closes the gap to 1 game. She will be breaking, which has not been an advantage for her.
Usually the point is a negative playing position. It kind of sticks you on the same end of the table when you're trying to come back down table, but it no doubt helped her on that one.
A little help from our friends using the point. Albin Ocean, looking at the young ladies play. We'll be seeing him right after this match on this same table versus Mateusz Snegoki.
That'll be a good match. Current world 8-ball champion.
It'll be a winner's. Yeah.
Oh, pardon me.
It'll be a win.
2 years ago.
Mm. Also a 2-time world 9-ball champion, 6-time Mosconi winner, Albin Ocean, 35 plus titles. Basically in his home court, Austria.
Distance safe here from Wesołowska. Hiraguchi hasn't had too many long pocketing shots because her cue ball position has been so good. Test her here. Oh.
Tough to shoot those long shots out of the mouth of the pocket. I'm kind of surprised she didn't. I'm surprised she didn't go for the bank on that shot.
I was
it
too.
Just lined up so.
Yeah, if there was ever a time to kind of take a shot at the set, I didn't mind it. Position was natural. Hiraguchi's going to have to move the 6 here, but the 5 is right next to it. Only thing a little off textbook from Hiraguchi is that her wrist is kind of angled forward on her backhand. But of course, aficionados of the game will recognize that Shane Van Boning also holds the cue like that, so can't really say that that's a detriment. Just a little less common. Too much angle here. Might be forced to go to the corner. And leave some distance on the 5. She could actually go into the 5-6, but I think there's more control using the 5.
She's going to slow roll this and kind of just kill the cue ball there, looks like, by the way she's cueing.
She's got the right angle. Smooth shot there. Tough to predict exactly what can happen with the 6 here, but I think it's playing squarely into the 10, and if she draws to the top side of it, could leave the 6 into the bottom left. It's a good shot.
Oh, I thought she missed the ball. That caught the facing of the pocket there, but stayed in.
Yeah, thin one coming from Hiraguchi now. Similar to a shot that Wesołowska had in rack number 4. Cue ball's closer to it here. Might actually have to play with a slight bit of left to avoid the scratches. She's got it, George.
Yeah, I like the way she played that. Just stayed on the same line. Didn't mind the little bit extra distance. Hiraguchi coming with some talent to close this set and tie it up at 3. She was down 3-0. And close it she does. We're tied at 3. Little hill match. Get on the edge of your seat, because Yuki can close out the match, or Katarzyna can force the 3rd and final set. Question came up about breaking from the side. Eric, I believe these women are breaking from the side because it provides for more tactical play, since neither one have a power break and really can depend on making balls. And
I
breaking
agree.
from the side gives a more jumbled rack.
I agree, and to hit them well from the break from the head string square on is one of the toughest. It is the toughest break you could ever execute in rotation. And as a general statement, the women stay away from the middle a little more. We saw Xiao Fang Fu in St. Louis make it all the way to the women's final, breaking from the middle the whole time, really crushing them. But it's a tough one to execute. I mean, even players like Jasmine Ocean with big power favor the side rail, and so do a lot of the men. It's just, with a template, if you hit it square, you have a better chance to make those balls in the second row back in the side. But with the hand rack, you can't really rely on it unless you're really crushing them. It's a tough strategy to go with. So most players just favor the side rail, and like you said, jamming the rack up a little more. It's a good hit, and she's got one this time. 2, actually. Bank on the 1, but no position towards the 3, really.
And will this 10 ball hinder the stroke? Can't freeze it to the cue ball. Has he frozen it to the cue ball?
It sure looks close. Must be a little space there.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same rule as in one pocket, but in one pocket you can't freeze it to the cue ball. I'm not sure about this rotation play. And Quintadas knows the rules, so the one in error may be me.
Yeah, it doesn't come up that often. I couldn't say, but I would agree that it can't be frozen. Must be just a little off. She's left parts of the 1 here. Looks like all of it. Jump cue down for Wesołowska. Position's very tough here. Cue ball's following into the 10. Huge speed if she wants to play any kind of draw.
Both players winning 3 games in a row in this set, and this one being the deciding factor. Well, great shot. Now she's going to have to look to play safe behind that 7 ball is all I can figure.
Yep, it's best play here. Chance to get a good one. Be a favorite in the Hill game. Looks pretty good. Took away the long rails. Might be able to develop something off the right long rail. 10's kind of in the way of that play.
Yeah. Small ball. Long rail right there. That's about all she can do. Is she looking to tie something up? It looks like it.
She has to. Made it a little tougher for Wesołowska, taking away the top right for the 5. Still is available in the right side pocket. It's going to be the key to the rack here. She's looking at it in the left. Would avoid some balls going into the short side, but it's still like going to the longer side of it.
Will she come back for the 5 in the side?
Yeah, between the 6-8 here is good.
Yeah.
That was fine as well. To see, might have got her something, might have edged herself on the 9.
Oh.
You know that look on a player's face.
That reveals a lot, doesn't it?
Just gonna have to go to the jump cue here. Match riding.
Well, the good thing is she jumped it. The bad thing is unsuccessfully, but didn't leave much.
Yeah, Hiraguchi's going to take a shot at the win here, but definite missable one coming. Cue ball running directly into the 8 is going to kind of help her. She doesn't have to worry about the cue ball movement. It'll just naturally stick around where the 8 is. She's got it, George. Not out of it yet, though. Power up coming.
This is similar to the 9 ball she missed early. Same pocket.
Well, I'm really surprised she's following here. It's always going to hit the 9.
Oh, look at this. Oh, my, did she get fortunate the 9 ball didn't block her.
I just don't know what the future was in position there. I understand it would have taken a lot more speed to draw it, but I would have favored the draw, and she's going to go for the win here in the side. And I'll tell you, there's no way she'd ever be playing this ball on the side on the gold back arcs. Oh, good.
And
ooh, that was aggressive, George. I mean, there were safe options there too.
Yeah, I think she was thinking that the 9 ball would stop her dead. Just stop right there and not run up as it did. And that wouldn't have been that bad of a shot, the 7.
Yeah, but even to try the 7 in the side after she got on the short rail.
Yeah, in her defense, I would say that it was a much easier shot for the side pocket had she stayed where the 9 ball is now, instead of going all the way to the rail.
Right. Nonetheless, Wesołowska with a chance to even the set score here.
Well, this just makes for more pool. Gives us that exciting third and final set, and will we get a shootout out of it? Time will tell. And we are going to that third and final set. Tied 1 apiece. Keep in mind, in the third set, if they are tied at 3 and it goes hill-hill, we go to a shootout. We've had a couple of good ones, quite a few good ones actually, especially in the mixed doubles where we saw Federgorst and Cho Che-Yu missed the last 2 of the shootout in the sudden death. Made a big difference in that match.
Player's going to take a break here in between sets, and we'll take a break as well, and we'll be back for set number 3. Loser goes home. Hotly contested one here. Be sure to join us. Be right back.
Yep. The one standout, though, is just that 9 ball that was missed. That just sticks in my mind. It's hard to get over.
We're talking about her possible weaknesses. I don't think that is a general weakness for her. It's the way things have gone in this match.
Well, we are at set number 3. Third and final set. Hiraguchi winning the lags, so we'll have the break in this third set.
Another good square
and look
hit.
at this.
Yeah. Good shot on the 2. 4 ball is going to be the toughest play, but there is a decent amount of room to get fairly straight on it. It's an angle going up table here on the 3. Drew out of it to make sure she had that angle.
I actually kind of like the rail first there and go to the left side to play the 3 in the side pocket. It was more of a natural play.
She's going to be forced to go to the corner now. Going to have to slow roll this one. Solid cueing required here. Cue ball was always going to play right near the side, and it played right into it. She didn't want to slow roll that ball. She knew the cue ball was going near the side, just thought she was going to catch a point on the way into it. First advantage to Wesołowska now in the third set.
Just a nice, smooth shot here, either up and down or just stay close to that 6 ball like that. A little over the 8, though.
Yeah, she'll be stretching too. Important to maintain good balance on this shot. Well, back and forth match here, George. Wesołowska started off set number 2 with a 2-0 lead, 3-0 actually. She's off to a good start again here.
Well, you know, this match seems to be pretty even. Wesołowska's performance stepped up from the first set.
Be forced to run into the 9.
This is anybody's match.
Just going to try to push the 9 over the top right, I believe. Well, she thinks she can avoid it going forward. If she can, this is the right play. See, yeah, you're always going to hit that side of the 9, and you have to draw the cue ball to really get above it. It's a mistake.
I agree with that, Eric. Yeah, I think her going forward was a mistake. The draw into the 9 to bounce it off the rail to be straight into the right-hand corner looked to be a better play. It all depends on the angle that she saw. And she went for it.
Yeah, big turnover in rack number 1 here. Hiraguchi was reeling a little bit.
Have to agree with that bank shot because, you know, those bank shots to the side pocket from there, the angle going in, your bank pool players just eat those up. So, and the beneficiary is Hiraguchi and takes the first game. And Wesołowska looked to be in control there till we got to this point right here. Keep in mind, the player has to win this set outright. If they go hill-hill, it's a shootout.
Yeah, big game here for Wesołowska. Hiraguchi has to go up 2-0. Wesołowska will have to win 4 games straight to avoid the shootout. Went for the cut break this time, and yeah, I would just advise against that for her. Just doesn't have enough power to make good things happen when she's cutting it. Wesołowska has the right edge of the 1 here. Cue ball's playing back into the 6 a little bit, but she can play around it. Just went for an object ball safe. It hasn't got it safe. Hiraguchi can play an aggressive safe with the cue ball behind the 10. Big risk of a scratch on that one. Gonna fire at the bank here.
Looks like there's room. Not much available for position for the 2-ball, though.
Just left a shot. Cue ball's running into the 5, which isn't going to be good for position towards the 2, but just pocketing the 1 here and finding a safe on the 2. Try to avoid it. Lost track of the pocketing in the process.
Pretty simple safety available here, although it looks like she's playing the 1. So I'm a little surprised here that she plays the 1. Safety is much easier because of the position of the 2-ball.
Yeah, and even if she made it, there was a big risk of getting behind the 3 or the 7. I did like safe on that one. Off the mark again and getting a little scrappy now here in game number 2 of the 3rd set. Hiraguchi can play the carom. She's going to try to open the 1 up into that free space in the middle of the table. Ideally hitting the 10 in a way where she can free the cue ball up from the bottom left area. Nicely played.
Looks like the 1 ball goes by the 3 for the side. But again, the position for the 2 is questionable.
I was wondering if she was going to be able to weave the cue ball, and she was.
Yeah. She slid right by it. Made it look easy.
Decent chance now to go 2 games in front in the 3rd set. Seven passes to the left middle. Bit of traffic coming back from the 5 to the 6.
Oh, she's okay. I thought she got too much angle there from the other camera angle that we had.
Doesn't want to be drawing to the left too much here, but even if she is, she can play the 7 in the bottom left. I think she's just straight enough to draw back for the side. Wrong angle here.
Yeah, she's going to have to go around or play it to the upper corner. Weighing her options.
Straight enough to hold, and good rack from Hiraguchi, starting off with a carom, but she's left herself distance now. Miss ball total's been on the high side for Hiraguchi. It'll be playing on her mind a little bit here.
Another hung 9 ball. Oh, wow.
And that's a huge spot in the 3rd set. Would have been in the driver's seat if that was to go down. But another let off for Wesołowska here. And she's underdrawn this, so a missable 1 coming up in the side now. Pressure on Wesołowska here, and you can see the deep breath. Just trying to calm her nerves. Just got it.
Dead center of the pocket, and she needed that because I would think most players would play that position from the 9 to the 10 to a corner pocket and not play the side the way she did.
Yeah, I mean, she was banking on getting the cue ball a little better on the 10, and then when she didn't, that's a tough mental spot to be in, knowing that you could have been much easier.
But she showed some fortitude there and stuck with the shot and stayed with it and brought it home. And again, right there, that's a tough one.
Yeah, the miss, she's almost in double digits for missed balls now. I don't know if you remember, George, we did a match with her and Easton at the Las Vegas Open this year. The missed ball total between the both of them was four. Only in 2 sets,
Wow.
but they both games went to the hill. I mean, just a little off the mark with the pocketing for some reason.
Yeah, so 13 games and 4 missed balls. Well, instead of 2-0, we're tied at 1.
Cut break again.
Neither player threatening a pocket with a break.
Yeah, I think both players have to recognize that cut break just isn't working. Their best chance is to hit the rack square. But a good opening chance here for Hiraguchi. Gonna take some work moving from the 2 to the 3. Might have the angle to come all the way around the backside of it. Has to avoid the 4 coming off the first rail. Feels like she's going to run into it, so she's going to draw out of it.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. Overhit the speed, but did play a nice shot to avoid every ball. Just got in line with the 5 in the end. Does have the left side of it still. Good distance here. 4 is blocking the top right. Combo's really aggressive, but there's not much on offer for save. I think she might try to bank the 3 around the 4. Having called the side, though, it's possible she might have to kick at it.
Yeah, I think she's just kicking at it, trying to get it to the bottom rail. I think she was trying to kick that to the long rail, bottom rail. Got underneath it too much. Left it straight in.
Another pocketing test here for Hiraguchi, and she's missed a few of these mid-range ones in this match. She's got this one, though. Good chance now to retake the lead in the 3rd set.
Well, she's got to get to the bottom side of the 6. Not sure she has that angle, does she, Eric?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she played the safe.
Two rails now for Wesołowska.
She just couldn't get position out of that, so went safety in a good one. Not much available here. 2-rail kick. Nice. But
yeah, a little unlucky on the leave there. Only reprieve for Wesołowska's. Hiraguchi's going to be queuing over the 7. She can't really risk drawing back enough to get straight enough on the 6 where she's not going to run into the 8. Just has to focus on the pocketing here. Tough one. She didn't hit that too badly.
Tough to get on the 6 here. It's going to have to go 2 rails.
Yeah, I think 2 rails forward. It's too straight and too much power to develop anything coming back off the 5. Ended up in no man's land. She can play the cue ball behind the 8.
Oh.
You know, I hate to be critical, but that's just not good enough in that spot there. Didn't lie perfect, but you just got to find the thickness on the ball. Unclear whether Hiraguchi has the pocketing angle here. She's right down on the line to see if she has enough. It's close. Worst case, she might be able to throw it in. But that left spin is going to kill the cue ball off the left long rail. So she's going to play safe here. Got to be a little worried about the 6 banking into the 9 2 rails. I don't think she has it, George.
Well,
no, she's left it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this earlier. You used the word scrappy, and that's what this 3rd set has become.
It's been a long match, going on 2 hours and 15 minutes now. Both players no good. And Hiraguchi has to take advantage here.
Wow.
I mean, we've gone from some great play from both players at times to just mistake prone here in the 3rd set so far.
I like the way you put that, mistake prone.
Shot here. Easy to come up short on that one. Still has a little more angle than ideal. play naturally across.
Oh, boy. Well, again, look at the cue ball.
Well, both players' confidence is shook at this point.
Yeah, they're going to have to tighten down here. First one that tightens down and gets back into stroke will take the set and the match, or it will go to a shootout.
And another good chance for Hiraguchi. Yeah. Let's see, you're just taking a breath there. Got into the thick side of the pocket, and that messed with her speed control a bit. Still coming around the rails here. But again, when your confidence is low and you're kind of shooting these in-between shots, it's just a tough situation to be in. Just
wow.
Down.
And down goes the 10 ball for a 2-1 lead in the third set. She needs one game to guarantee a shootout, and she needs 2 games to close out the match. Now, as fans, I wonder what the fans would like to see here. The 2 games to close out the match, or the shootout?
I don't think anyone's ever going to pass up a shootout unless they're specifically fans of one of the players. But
yes, exactly. Yeah, we have fans that don't care for it. We have a lot of fans that really like it and would be pushing for it. But when it comes to the shootouts, there's no good rolls involved. No luck involved. It's you against the table. Against the shot, really. It's one of these shots that's kind of, I don't want to say easy to make, but easily missed, easily made. Because you practice it.
Yeah, I mean, the purists will argue against it, but I think one argue on the other side is that both players actually will have a chance in the hill game. One of the worst things that can ever happen to a player is that it goes to the hill and they just don't get a chance. So
I agree. Like when the 10 ball counted on the break, 10 on the break, or a break and run, and you just sit in your chair. But at the shootout, each player has a chance, and it's just them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I flew to the China Open one time and lost hill to a 9 on the break, and you're just like, what's happening here? I'm in China from North America, and I make it to the hill, and someone made the 9 on the break. I don't think if you polled the players, I think there would be a majority saying that they don't have a problem with it because they know they have a chance.
I do think the format has grown on a lot of people. But as you mentioned, there are the purists that want that last game regardless.
Wesołowska with a chance to come back here, and she needs it. Just taking a look at the stats is an interesting one here. There's 104 balls pocketed for Hiraguchi and only 58 for Wesołowska. And we're looking at pretty much being a level match if Wesołowska runs out here. So it's just indicative that... Sorry, George. Hiraguchi's making some mistakes at the rack. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, keep in mind that Hiraguchi gave up 3 racks on a 9-ball miss.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's been at the table more, and she's been in control. Just not able to finish in certain spots. Not sure if the 7's available in the right middle here. Wesołowska's taking a look at it. Seems to be okay with it.
She might try to break it here. I doubt it, but maybe. Nope. She must have it.
Likely be playing the 8 in the same pocket, coming over and taking a look at the best angle is for that play. Wanted to be closer to it here. Still comfortable enough. The cue ball can miss the 9. Going up table. I do like playing all the way to the short rail here. A lot of speed, though, for being a little sharp in the side. Nicely played. Looking at 2-2 in the third set now.
And tied at 2. The tactical play after the break has really pushed the time on this match.
Yeah, there's only been one break and run throughout the match. A few full table runs. But I think both players going with that cut break about half the time has kind of jammed the rack up a lot. Action over on table number 2, Kazakis and Vogel. Vogel, the current world junior 9-ball champion, 10-ball champion, pardon me.
And holding his own to most of the world-class players.
Yeah, definitely one of the strongest hopes for Europe going forward. International play.
Well, big game here. Big game.
Look at Wesołowska going in the middle. She's had enough of this jammed up racks, and she hit it well. She's got the 4-railer and a shot
reward.
One.
Yeah. Will we see another break and run for her? She did that with the first game of the second set. She broke and ran that one.
Well, she hit those real well, George. I mean, I don't mind her having that as kind of a secondary break, or if things weren't working from the side rail, I don't mind her using that a little more. It's come out good here.
Well, everything is spread out. I don't really see any problems. Let's see the rest of the table. No.
Yeah, the only thing that can really trip her up is she'll want to be below the 6. Even if she isn't, she still can run into the 10 and get back towards the 7. Be forced to play the 5 in the side now.
Oh, did she get the angle where she can get out for the 6?
Yeah, there's a small angle moving to the left, but I don't.
Yeah.
To play the cue ball below it. So she's going to have to. She's going to go corner even, 2 straight. She's got it. Be running into the 10
played.
now. Tough part about this is that the cue ball is going to be running squarely into the 10 in a lot of spots, and in that case, it's going to be tough to move back towards the 7. Even if she draws it, she's only going to catch the 10 thinly, and the cue ball will start playing over towards the bottom right. So this is tougher than it looks here.
Yeah, that was. She had to avoid the 10, and in trying to do so, missed the 6.
Just got over focused on what was happening with the cue ball, and I don't blame her. It was an awkward position for how the cue ball was going to play, but you got to remember to pocket the ball. That's a big mistake there. And the Hiraguchi looks to be the first to get on the hill in the 3rd set. She'll be guaranteed a shootout if she gets through these last 4 here.
More importantly, she'll be breaking to close out the match. See if she goes around the table here for position or just, yeah. Center of the table. Alternating wins, and she'll have the score line at 3-2. Breaking for the win. Wesołowska hoping to get to 3.
I mean, the only way she ever misses that 6 is because she's worried about how the cue ball is playing off the 10. Usually in those spots, if you know you're running into it, you can kind of draw it and then know that you can hit the top side of it and just get some proper movement to where you want to go. But it was just in between both plays there. The follow was square, the draw was thin, and it just confused her a little bit.
And the draw was also dangerous. It could have drawn off the ball to the corner pocket.
That's what she was worried about, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, this is where we're at. 3-2. Ball down. No shot on the 2. Another ball down.
It might have caught the window here, George. If it has, she's an offensive favorite to run out.
I am staring at that as you say that. I'm saying, is there a window? Look how close this is. Could we get if we could only get a shot from that corner pocket to see that? There it is. There may be a window for the bank. I think the 7 blocks the cut.
Yeah, the bank at minimum. Kind of feel like she could throw it with some left on the cut.
No, it looks like she's going for the. I don't know. Let's see what she does. She's got the bird's eye view. But we did the best we could with that camera angle. Thank you, guys. Oh, here's a bet. It looks like it's there. Yeah. It's there. And there it is. Now she's in the clear.
Just got it into the thickest part of the pocket there. Good read from Hiraguchi, knowing she could throw it enough, even though the 7 was blocking some of the cutting angle. She's got a chance to take the match down.
Just has to hold her nerve and complete the run out. Again. She didn't have to get that close. She just didn't. Just pocket the ball and stay close and just take the 4 ball where it's at. But it looked that easy. It just looked that easy to her. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, she's just struggling on cutting for whatever reason.
What a break for this Polish young lady. Big break. She settled for this long 4 ball.
Cue ball's playing towards the 6 here. Might be forced to take some more angle over on the left long rail. Get one more angle to see how straight she is. It's a little tough to check this ball.
I'd go all the way to the side pocket.
It's no good.
Oh, she's going to go way too far.
Still has the right side of it. Try to play the 5 in line with the 10 now.
She doesn't want to let Hiraguchi back to the table with a open shot. She's got to find a safety here. And she has.
Hiraguchi has 2 rails out of the corner pocket here. Kick safes are tough. Gonna hit this one with some speed, likely.
Ouch.
Hit on her. And a ball in hand. Chance for Wesołowska to force the shootout now.
timely safety by Wesołowska gets her back to the table to force this hill-hill match and bring it to a shootout. Three times Hiraguchi gave up the table. Oh my. That's even more surprising than the misses we saw from Hiraguchi.
It's just
I was
nerves.
about to say,
yeah,
exactly.
No
Pressure.
There's nerves. Go ahead, George. Sorry.
I was going to say, there's the pressure of this format. There's the pressure of professional pool when it's close to the end there.
It's just nerves and low confidence. That's the only thing that produces mistakes like that from a player like Wesołowska. We've all been there. But she didn't leave anything offensive for Hiraguchi. Still has one more chance to stick in it here. Doesn't want to leave the window.
Oh, she did. She did. Well, I will say one thing. If Hiraguchi doesn't get out here, she does not deserve this win. She has to get out here or leave it to the shootout. Now, keep in mind, their minds are just running with all kinds of information. Hiraguchi missed the 9-ball to that same pocket she's going to shoot it in. Will it make a difference? I don't think so. Not from where she's played position. I think she gets the match here. Oh, yes.
Scrappy one, but Hiraguchi's going to come out with the win in the end.
And Hiraguchi does give the little Japanese bow and takes the match and gives us something to smile at. Hello, Yuki. And moves on to the loser 2 round.